Hi. Do you like my mask? Can you tell it's me? Right. We're going to call this episode How the Off Live. Now, let me tell you, I was way drunker than I thought yesterday. I've been dealing with a mega hangover today, so I'm back on the green tea. But I dragged my sorry ass, did my exercise, been working, and I realised I needed to go over a few points. And there's some additional things that I've then since found out. So this is how the universe is working. We're working together. So going back to killing kittens for a hot minute. If you didn't watch yesterday, killing kittens is a party. Let's put it that way. Or that's how they describe it. Sorry. And there's going to be some squeaky bums out there because I've been because I'm a monogamist. Let's just put that there. And I've performed as a burlesque dancer because these kind of parties have these kind of things. They have performers of different descriptions. And I've fire performed at these kind of things. But make no mistake, these parties, of which there are many, I've been to a lot of them as a performer, and it is look, everyone is, just like having a faith or religion or whatever. The people that's their thing. And when I say that's their thing, I mean it. Make no mistake, killing kittens is just an orgy. It is an alcohol-fueled, drug-fueled orgy. That's what it is. And it is an alcohol, drug-fueled orgy for the rich and famous. Right? And there's loads of different ones. And the problem I have with it is this, and it's not that people have the right to do whatever they want with their bodies. It's their choice. It's their body. Yeah. And it's really relevant actually to what is going on in the world, just on so many levels. And it's this. The people that go to these parties, I'm going to get so many haters. Oh, well. They, a portion of them, for sure, yeah, are people who are in positions of power. They are in finance organizations, they are in legal systems, they are in governments. Make no mistake about it, right? So then so the problem, I'm going to go on to I'll talk about the sex bit in a minute. Not in any detail like that, just on a spiritual level. So these people will go over weekends to these parties. And as I say, it'll be an alcohol and a drug-fueled orgy, right? So then on a Monday, they get dressed up in their suits and go about the business of making the rules by which everyone else has to live by. They are the ones that make the laws. They're the ones that run the countries. They're the ones that are at the head of finance organizations and big organizations of all description. And our destiny is in their hands. And they are doing all the same shit as everybody else. But they teeter back up to their ivory towers like nothing, and then look down on the rest of us. Yeah. And then they'll put people in prison or make things crimes that they themselves are doing. That they themselves are doing over a weekend, or whatever. Just the hypocrisy of it is my problem with it, because it's they're playing any holes a go, and doing it on drugs, and doing it on alcohol, and doing it on all these things that they would then say, and then they're putting people into prison for prostitution. It's like, mate, you're a fucking prostitute at the weekend. What are you talking about? I mean, rather than help the person rehabilitate, they criminalise and put people away for that. It's like, you just did it yourself at the weekend. What are you talking about? Same with drugs. You did it yourself. What are you talking about? And you're putting people in prison for the same thing. So I can't take them seriously. I can't take none of them seriously. Yeah. And then they're the ones that are making all the decisions. Really? And they want to look down on everyone else for doing the same shit. It's fucking nonsense. It is absolute fucking nonsense. And not only that, it's like, it's sort of, I'm going to go into killing kittens specifically in a minute, because I found out some interesting information today about that. But it's kind of making like sex is nothing, and it, and forgetting that there's a spiritual, and this isn't about a specific faith. This is just about knowing that you've got a spirit, and when you get engaged in sexual activity, whether you know it or not, or want to believe it or not, you don't have to believe me. This is just what I've come to understand from this time of just researching all things everywhere, and that is that it's not just a physical act. It's a spiritual connection and exchange, an energetic one, a vibrational one as well. So think of it, these kind of parties, as much as everyone likes to be all like, oh yes, and as I say, people do what they want. That's their thing. But there is this element, and you've got to think, these kind of places that are promoting that, are promoting it's just an orgy. And there are people that are going to go there with good intentions. Sorry. I'm going to rephrase that to non-malicious intentions. However, you have to accept that these kind of parties are going to be breeding grounds for sexual predators. They're going to be breeding grounds for narcissists. They're going to be breeding grounds for abusers. They're going to be breeding grounds for psychopaths. They're going to be breeding grounds for people with malicious intentions. And they're going to be and are, particularly when you're talking about the people that attend and the upper echelons of society that seem to think it's all right for them, one rule for them and one for everyone else. That these are the people that are the human traffickers, that are the actual drug dealers. They are the ones that are the engaged in all of the worst criminal activities as well. And that is just a fact. So it's like encouraging it, because that's the kind of people that will also be attracted, as much as people like to think, oh, it's just, it's, whatever you want to explain it as. There is also going to be that element. And then if you think about that, and these people are essentially having sex with people that they don't know, lots of them at the same time. Think about what's that doing to your spirit. You could be having sex with a fucking serial killer. You could be having sex with somebody who's responsible for human trafficking. You could be having sex with a domestic abuser. You could be having sex with who fucking knows. That's the point. You don't know. And then it is a spiritual thing. That it's not just that you might want to tell yourself it's just a physical act, but it actually isn't. There is a spiritual connection exchange, and you're having a spiritual connection and an exchange, whether you want to or not, with somebody who could potentially be one of those things. And they're going there for that intention. It's called killing kittens. Now, there's a couple of elements to this. So the woman who started it, right, is a friend of Kate Middleton's, right? So she comes from a well-to-do school, and she's capitalizing on sex that she obviously, the people that she was around, she knew that they were doing it anyway. So she's capitalized on that, which says a lot about that area of society. Then you got to think, no wonder we got all these problems with kids. We got this absolute epidemic of domestic abuse, this absolute epidemic of child abuse, this absolute epidemic of narcissism, this absolute epidemic of drug addiction, absolute epidemic of children as young as 9 in schools being sexually abused and harassed, and nobody's doing anything, nobody's talking about it, and it's just going on. We're creating these predators, and it's creating a rape culture, and then you add in all porn and all of that. Yeah, it's all connected, and this kind of promotion of it as being be sexually free. Yeah. It's a drug-fueled orgy. It's a drug-fueled orgy with people you don't know. They could be anyone. They could be anyone. They could have malicious and predatory an intent and a spirit, more importantly. And then you got to think, what kind of spirit is that? And what is, more importantly, what is it doing to yours? So there's that. Anyway, so this girl, yeah, I'm going to put all the links into this information. UK taxpayers, did you know that we've bailed out this fucking sex party? UK taxpayer money has bailed out Killing Kittens, an orgy, to the tune of £320,000 during the pandemic. Now, when you've got people who are musicians or artists or performers or theatres or any kind of techies that are involved in that industry, and you've got all of these people that are struggling and have not even been they're still not even covered under any of the financial packages that the government has put out. And then you're telling me that you're going to fucking pay out an orgy. You're bailing out a fucking orgy. Are you for real? Are you for real? That's absolute facts. I'll put it in. Yeah. It's an absolute fucking joke is what it is. These are rich people and taxpayers who pay their tax. Let's not forget this. So the working man and women of the country who pay their taxes, unlike the people that are rich that get out of every tax loophole ever and don't, they are paying for an orgy for these fucking people. And the fund that did this bailout is called the Future Fund. Now, I was just rereading the paper. I'll read this to you. Guess who owns the Future Fund? Guess who owns the Future Fund, guys? Guess who owns it? Do you want to know? I'll tell you. Oh, it's Her Majesty's Treasury. So Her Majesty is bailing out sex orgies. Interesting. I wonder why that is. The lack of private funding for startups and high growth businesses has long been a source of concern for this country. Well, Joyce, it turns out the UK has the biggest venture capital fund in Europe, and it's managed by none other than the government. Odd that the emergence of Her Majesty's Treasury as the major VC investor of it. Interesting. So little is known about where it has been putting its money. Well, we know where 320,000 of it's gone. It's gone into saving a bloody orgy. Right. The Future Fund, run through the British Business Bank, has racked up a 1.2 billion in convertible loans into innovative businesses. Right. This might feel like a small change against the billions doled out against COVID support packages. This was launched last April. And it's the government's, obviously, all the taxpayers' money's gone in as well. Nice. So we need to know all about this fund here. Do we not? We need to know who's running it. We need to know where every fucking penny is going. I'd love to know, because if there's an orgy on the list, like, what else is on there? What else is on there? Because it certainly isn't going to help anyone anywhere in this fucking country that actually contributes to this country. Yeah. There's still people waiting for fucking money, for their benefits money, or they're not entitled to it under any of the schemes. Get fucking real. Seriously? Raging. And they've been on a spending spree. I want to know. I'm going to look them up. I'm going to find out every fucking thing about it. Don't you worry about that. Follow the money. Always follow the money. Yeah? So here's the thing. And I know that these are I've been there, so I know from first-hand experience, but also having been with somebody who was a drug dealer, he provides drugs to these kind of parties. Yeah. So it absolutely does go on. Absolutely does go on. And then they wanna be the ones making the laws and changing the rules, as I said from the very fucking beginning, to protect themselves and make everyone else pay. And these are global parties. They're not just in. It's not just here. It's not just here. Yeah. So those are the kind of people that we've got running the country as peeps. And they want us to take them serious. And not only that, as I mentioned yesterday about Africa, right? Can you just look at the size of Africa? How many countries are in Africa? And they've only had 67,000 cases and 1,800 deaths. And they've done that with we've used 37 billion pounds and increasing. We're spending 500 million a day and $1 billion in borrowing a day. Let's just this is here and we've got all of the people, and we're spending that much money. Africa ain't spent that. The entire continent has not spent that. They don't have the same PPE. They're not doing stupid testing twice a week. They don't have the vaccines. And they've got their shit under control. Big up Africa. Yeah. Listen. How is it that everywhere else are so inept? So inept. Or is it, this is the thing, is it that they're inept? Or is it that it was a plan the entire time to make certain people capitalize on something that they have in themselves have created? To the tune of, just in this country alone, 37 billion on all of these things that Africa has not had or used. And they've only had 67,000 in the whole of Africa. 67,000 cases. That's not even deaths. Think about it. Think about it. So there's that. It is the look, I'm going to put in this report that I've read today, and it's on all of the problems that have come from the AstraZeneca job. Yeah, it's like, it is look, listen. All I can do is provide you with the information in it. You know what I mean? Make your own decisions. But it's so clear. Just that Africa statistic there should make everyone realise what is occurring here. So they this report is on the many side effects that have been reported from the AstraZeneca jab. Yeah, it's 79 pages long, let's put it that way. In addition to that, the EU Regulatory Board have also they believe, found a link to the blood clots, of which there have been 9. And they're going to say, oh, it's numbers. Well, wait till you read this report. That's not the only thing that's the problem. Blood clot is just one of a list of 79 pages of other problems from the AstraZeneca jab. So I'm going to put that in there. Just read it. If you decide, listen, if you have had this jab and you get if you have more than 3 or 4 days in a row where you've got a headache and you start showing bruising anywhere else in your body, immediately go to A&E. Right. So there's actually been 79 clots, that's it, and 19 people have died, I believe, in the UK. That's just the one clot, that's just clots, but there's loads of other things. As I say, 79 pages worth of other side effects from this. So here's my thing. We need to think savvy. We need to think savvy, people, because they're capitalizing off us and have always been. So we need to capitalize off them. And the way to do that is learn to trade. Learn to trade. Anyone, the biggest thing that we've got, everyone's got a fucking phone. Excuse my language. I don't know why I'm apologizing. Listen, this here is your route to being a millionaire. Simple as that. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to learn how to trade. I'm going to put some links into, there's courses with a company called Learn to Trade. There's others, but Learn to Trade has a lifestyle trading thing, course. And in addition to that, they also have the ability where you can buy a license for something called Smart Charts, which also Bloomberg use. And there's a method to it, and it isn't complicated. They like to make you think it is, but it isn't. Once you got it, you got it. And not only that, this gives everybody anywhere with a phone. Once you've learnt the methodology, and it is literally patterns. It is watching the patterns, doing it at a certain time every day. And that's if you want to do it. So, but there are certain stuff. Look, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm also not stupid. And I've done finance, and I understand business administration, and I understand accounting. I also understand geopolitics right about now. And if you also look at where we are and what's coming and what's currently happening. So there's several things, and this is just from watching Bloomberg TV, right? So there's a couple of things. One is there is a domino effect occurring with weed legalization for medicinal and recreational use. And they're even talking about decriminalizing recreational use here in the UK. So, and it's already legal in mainland Europe. It's already legal in lots of places in America. But there's a domino effect occurring right now. Loads of states are changing the laws, or saying they're going to in the next literally in the next 6 months, the end of the year. Right? So, as we know, that industry is only going to blow up. And I'll tell you why. There's a company. So this is for people who want to invest. If you want to invest, and this is even to drug dealers, you don't need to be selling on the streets no more. Yeah? You don't need to be selling on the streets no more. Making money. You can become a millionaire from just doing this. And that is investing in Cure Relief. Here you go. They're on an acquisition streak. And they've just bought a massive company in Europe. They're 100% return on investment year on year since 2017. And that is only going to grow exponentially as this domino effect is occurring with legalization. So anyone anywhere will make money investing in that company and others like it, of which there are several, and I'll put them in. So literally, invest in this industry. Invest in this industry. Invest in this industry. You don't need to be selling drugs out on the street, people. Yeah, because then you're under someone else's foot. You don't want to. That's not good. It's not a comfortable place to be. And someone owns you. So make money off them. Let all these people do the hard work, mate. Let them fight over this nonsense, and we'll just make money off of them. We're capitalizing on them. Yeah. So there's as I said, there's a few cannabis companies that are for medicinal, and they've got distribution all over the world. It's going to blow up, so I'll put the list in. Everyone should have an Etoro account if you can get it. I think that they do a free account. Listen, if you want to get out of your situation you're in, no matter where you are, if you've got a phone, you can do this. And you don't need a lot of money to start it up. And once you've started it and you start making your money from this, which was only going to explode, 100% year-on-year growth, guaranteed. There you go. It's proven it already. Got the results. And everywhere's legalizing it. So, right? Once you've started making money from that, then you just look at the world around us. So there's the other thing that's going on right now is the chip shortage. Sorry, chip shortage. Right. So apparently, China has been stockpiling chips all last year, and the problem that we've got now is that because of this political nonsense. Can we just make up and be friends? Like we just need to get on. We just need to get on with life and just start. It's just look. Yeah, you lost. We all know it was. You lot did what you did. Listen, we just want to move, but we need to move. We need to fucking sort this shit out. People need to pay. So we make money off of them. Make money off of them. Yeah, you can sit back and make money off of them. Let them do the hard work. Let them fucking fight it out and become a millionaire. You can become a millionaire. All you need to do is then reinvest your whatever you're making back in the same stock or several stocks. So this thing with the chips, every country, South America and Africa should be manufacturing. You've got the raw materials. You've got the raw materials for these chips. So, and these semiconductors. So if people need to invest in there, a government should be investing the money to make these in-house. You'll make an absolute fucking killing. South America and Africa, if your governments would invest the money that is needed into manufacturing these in-house, you will make an absolute killing, because we're in a digital world. Every single thing that we are using has a fucking chip in it. We're going towards smart houses, smart cars, all of this. Everything has a chip in it. Again, that is only going to go like that. So every country should be manufacturing, but particularly the countries where they have the raw materials themselves. Why are you selling that out to someone else when you can have that entire industry there yourselves? Think of all the jobs that will create. Well, you've got to invest in the money. It's an expensive process, but you've got to invest in the money into building the manufacturing capability. But think of how many jobs that will create for everyone in Africa and South America. And more broadly, any country that has it in-house. You don't want to ever be in this situation again. Don't want to be in a situation where you're over a barrel by another country. Sorry, China, but yeah, no one wants to be in that situation. You don't want to be in a situation where something that is critical, that is at the heart of everything that we do and live, is now in short demand. it's coming primarily out of one country. That's a dangerous place to be. Nobody wants that. And it'll create loads of jobs everywhere. Because it's not just the manufacture of the chip itself. Think of all of the other jobs that will come out of it. So you've got to think the entire supply chain. You've got the people that make the machines that make the chips. You've got the software that is involved in that. You've got the people who build the buildings. All of these are massive. They're massive job and growth areas. And there are certain companies that are involved. Oh yeah. So also there's the two different types of chips are NAND flash, which is more for data centers, and DRAM, which is basically in pretty much everything. Right? So DRAM is where the shortage is. So anyone, anywhere, you got knowledge or capability of making DRAM chips, you're about to be a millionaire, mate. Get on it. That's what I'm saying. Get on it. So governments everywhere need to be investing in this because it is the absolute heart of everything that is going forward. Whether we like it or not, we're in a technological, digital world. And everything has it in it. So there are certain companies that do this, and these are also going to be companies to invest in, or companies similar to. So you got ST Micro, XP, Micron, Texas Instruments, AMD, ARM, Qualcomm, TSMC. These are all companies that are involved in either the manufacture of chips or the other one is Global Foundry, because there's another problem here is where one of the biggest foundries is in Taiwan and they've got the monopoly of the market. We need to spread it out. Global Foundry, which is in the US and worldwide, they're one to watch or invest in, because again, all of these things, we're only going to get more technology. It's never going to get less, is it? So investment in any of these companies is going to make you money. Then obviously you've got all of these companies as well are looking into making more chips. Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, making their own. But their stocks are expensive. You've got to start low, lower. And it's a $91 trillion market. Like it's only going to make money. Everyone everywhere can make this money. We need to get savvy out here. Savvy. They be making money off us. Now it's our turn to flip it. We just make money off them. Let them do the hard work and we'll sit back. Yeah. What was I going to say? There was another thing as well. Hold on. Oh, there's a cool thing here for museums. I did not know this. You can do virtual. Obviously, I knew that this was semi-available in theory, but I had not actually looked. Museums. So this is good for schools and stuff. They're doing virtual tours. They've got loads of those virtual. I'm going to put a link in. You can go on a virtual tour of loads of different museums around the world, which I thought was pretty cool. Then obviously thinking about Bitcoin. Again, that's only going to go up. And I'm sure I mentioned it yesterday, although I was pretty drunk. But it is true. And I'll tell you, there's another thing here. Hold on. Sorry, 2 secs. 2 tickly boos. Oh yeah, I've mentioned that one, haven't I? I've mentioned all these companies. Cool. Okay. No, I think up to date. So everyone needs to be financially free. If you're financially free and you're out of their game and you're playing your own game, it's the best place to be. Because you don't want to, you just don't want to be reliant on them. They don't have a fucking clue what they're doing. Oh, I tell you what it was. So I was talking yesterday, wasn't I, about the capital gains tax. I was like, yay! In America, there's a slight little sneaky undertone, and the sneaky undertone is this. So they've made this big bold statement, but what the sneaky undertone is that there's a tax which is a personal one that actually which should be for the rich, but they're actually trying to get rid of it, so it would only benefit rich people. So it's kind of like it makes no difference. You see what I'm saying? So even if they tax more up here, because they're then going to get rid of this, it means that it doesn't actually make any difference anyway. They're still going to get away with not paying. So unless they did, and it says in this the information I've read that this personal tax cap should go up to target these rich people more, not less. So I'll put all the information in on that. Hold on, there's another thing as well. I'm sure. Hold on, 2 seconds. I'm using 2 laptops these days. You know what I mean? One just wasn't enough. Hold on. Pure relief. Salt tax, that's what it's called. Salt tax deduction is a handout to the rich. Actually. There's also some information that I've found. There's they're trying to bring in legislation which is anti-LGBTQ in certain states. So I'm going to put the information in on that, because that goes against everything that we should be striving for. So yeah, I'm going to put all of that in. Where am I on my update? I think the main focus is this: NHS, nurses, carers, police, military, fam everywhere. Yeah, if you're on universal credit, if whatever your money is, invest some. It will be worth it. The return will be worth it to you. It may be short-term pain, but long-term gain. And you just, do you want to get out of the situation? If you're in a struggling situation, if you feel bad, if you're not making enough money, if you're, if you've lost your job, students even, everyone can be a millionaire. It's not. Everyone can be a millionaire. And you might be thinking, oh, she's crazy. I'm not. I'm talking to you straight. Every single person has the ability to be a be a millionaire through investing in the right stocks. Yeah, and then when you've started making money like that, then you do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. You can start a business in something else. Then you could even go on like this. You could teach other people to trade. You could sell your mess to mastery as a course, or speak at events on how whatever. This only goes up. Like, there's so many ways and means. So this time has been hard, and it has been challenging in many ways to many different people. But there is in front of us there's not just one doorway out. There is literally an entire corridor of options, of doorways to freedom. If you want to see it and know it and walk through them. Because it does not have to continue. Where if you're in a situation where you're struggling, for whatever reason, for whatever reason, whether it's depression, whether it's suicidal thoughts, whether it's being in a relationship that is violent, or a job that you hate, or you're on benefits and you don't want to be, or you're confused because of schooling and university and all of this stuff, don't worry about it. Stop worrying about it, for one, because worry, all that does is makes you stressed, it makes you anxious, it pumps chemicals around your body that make you inflamed, that make you susceptible to being ill. So stop worrying about it, because you don't need to worry about it, because there are so many options, and anyone can do this. You've just got to believe. You've got to believe in yourself first and foremost. And I know everyone, I believe in you, because I know everyone can do this. If I can do it, everyone can do this. Every single person. So when we look to the future, we should not be stressed. If you're prepared to put the work in, if you're prepared, if you want to be out of the situation you're in, and you're prepared to put the work in to get out of that situation, and the work is enjoyable, because envisage that future where you're financially free. Envisage it. What would you do? Where would you go? What would you spend your money on? Would you start a business? Would you travel? What would you see? How many places would you travel to? What schools would your kids go to? What healthcare would you have? What better foods would you be able to buy? And that is possible for each and every person. Every single person. So I'm going to put in as many links as I can to all these things, because the doom and gloom that they are just washing us with is white noise, and we can have what we want, but we have to work for it. Initially, there's a bit of small term pain, long term gain. So, but every single person can. Every single person can feel better. Every single person can be happy. Every single person can be financially free. Every single person can live the life of their dreams if they just choose to dream in the first place. And imagine and visualize and see what that would look like, and feel how that would feel. And then when you can see it, and when you can feel what that future would look like and how it would feel like to you, and the benefits to your life and to your family, in that zone, what are you prepared to do to get it? Because it might be as simple as just doing the online training course, or it might be as learning how to deal with trauma, or how to deal with depression, or all of these things. But the steps that you take towards doing those things is going to ultimately benefit your life and your mental health and your ability to be free. Because look who we've got running. Look at these people that we've got running. They do the exact same stuff as everybody else, but they think they're better than us. They're engaged in their own corrupt and criminal ways here, there, and everywhere. And rich people aren't having a vaccine. They aren't having a COVID passport. They aren't having a COVID test. They're floating about the place on private jets wherever they want to go. And so why the fuck should we? Tell me. I'm playing their game. I'm playing my own game. And I'll tell you as well, I've seen this one of the emails that I got, it's someone, Tom Hanks's son, right? I'll put the link to this. Tom Hanks's son made a comment. Now, let me see if I can find it quick. This is on his social media. And it got my back up. So unlike me, isn't it? Got my back up, and I'll tell you why. Raw story. Here we go. Raw story, guys. Guys and gals. Fama Lama. Here we go. Here we go. Chet Hanks Instagram communique promising a white boy summer. Is ill-advised, self-absorbed and head-scratching, but the social media salvo has also predictably received a warm reception from white supremacists who gleefully embrace it's a rallying cry for racial exclusion, right-wing violence, and the return of the Third Reich. I don't quite know where to start with this. Best known as the son of Tom Hanks, Chet Hanks is an actor of a lesser stature. Roles in Empire, NCIS, is he in that? I've seen NCIS. As well as an erstwhile rapper who performed under the name Chet Hayes. Posted a video of himself seated behind the wheel of a parked car chewing gum casually. Hey guys, look, I just wanted to tap in real quick. Listen to these words. I just got this feeling, man, that this summer is about to be a white boy summer. You know, take it as you want. My question is, what does this fucker know that we don't know? Do you know what I'm saying? It's about to be a white boy summer, is it? Don't think so, mate. I fucking don't think so. I do not fucking think so. Wow. This is as well. Why is nobody shutting this fucking shit down? Why is nobody on these? Why are these social media platforms not taking fucking responsibility for the absolute disgrace that is occurring with regards to, which is a hate crime? Let's not forget this. Racism is a hate crime. Discrimination against religion, discrimination against sexual orientation, discrimination against these are hate crimes. You're letting hate crimes go on your platforms on a daily fucking basis. on all levels of society. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Yeah. And if they aren't going to do it, then the legal system needs to step up and start fining these people until they do something about it, until they take responsibility and start banning people from making this kind of fucking shit and just deleting them off their platforms and not allowing them to go back on. Because that isn't, it's a massive difference between freedom of speech and being like a hate crime. You're seeing it massively in football. It happens in sports. It happens to celebrities. And then you've got people that are coming up with this kind of shit. Really? Really, though? We're in 2021. We're not in the 1800s. And then all that makes me think is, who is he surrounding himself? Who is he friends with? Who are they socializing with that makes him think he has the fucking audacity to say something like that? What does he think he knows? So who is he socializing with? Who's in those circles of society? And who are they associated with? That's all I'm going to say on that. I've ranted on long enough. Oh, dear. Another day, another rant, guys. So, we know that they are fucking with us. Let's just say it as it is. They're fucking with us. They're spending the money on what? On what exactly? Please tell me. How is it that the UK, the CDC, cannot fucking get their shit in order? Sorry, and it's very specific to central government. How is it that they cannot get their shit in order? That they can spend £37 billion on what? On what? Tests we don't need. All this and the size of Africa. They're like this. They know what they're doing. And they haven't got any of this stuff. It is a money game. It's a money maker. These people are just fucking passing out taxpayers' money to these companies. Yeah, for real. Anyways, I have definitely ranted enough. I feel so much better getting that off my chest. So yeah, who knows what the next 24 hours is going to come? You know, who knows? But I'm going to put in a list of these companies to watch out for if you're going to try investing. Don't be scared of it, because if you're investing in stocks that are only going to go like that, that takes away that fear. And how do we know it's only going to go like that? Just look at the world we're living in and what we're using. Scary. The world we're living in, what we're using, how that is only going to increase. Natural health products as well. That's another one. Supplements. That's another one. Any of those. So I'm going to put in a list and these are from ones that they're talking about on Bloomberg TV. Bloomberg TV is the finance channel. Well, it's one of several, but it's the one that I'm watching. Oops, and I can't believe I snorted. Oh gosh, shame. Right. The next thing, just before I go, is love you guys. Chill. Yeah, we've got this in order. Look, we're working like the team. The team. It's so satisfying when you just not, you know, you're like, no, we're working on the universe is behind us. We've got this on lock. Everyone's working together as a team. You know, we're outthinking them. Now we're going to capitalize on them. Let them do the hard work. Let them. We're going to party. Fuck them. Let them work. Let them do the hard work. We'll just invest in them, make the money, and then you can do what you want. You know what I mean? They've been using us. Let's use them. Let's use them. They've been capitalising on us all this time. Now we're going to capitalise on them. So, high fives, high fives, high fives, hands in, go fam, yay! And I will see you tomorrow for yet more ranting and raving. Enjoy. Hope you have a lovely day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Yeah. Smashing it. We're going to be millionaires by the end of 2021, guys. So let's just, you know what I mean? Let's get with the vibe. Let's get on it. Smashing this year out of the park. 2021. The world goes wild. We go rogue. Oh, I'll tell you, I'm going to put my Teespring link in. I've come up with so many designs. My favourite one, Sovereign Rebellion. So, yeah, I'll put that in there. Love you.